Hi, everyone. My name is Patrick Schmidt, and I'm an accountant by trade. I spent 8 years in finance and accounting as both an external auditor as well as a financial accountant out in the industry. I also happen to be a BlackLine user for over 5 years as well. Today, in this video, we're going to talk about manual journal entry processes and why it's time to move beyond them, and also how are we going to do it successfully. So we know the manual journal entries are a critical part of the financial close process. They're necessary, right, for every accounting organization. And companies book hundreds, thousands, or even tens of thousands of journal entries each month, often in BlackLine's journal entry solution. Now, there's three primary challenges or costs associated with manual or traditional journal entry processes. Number one, they are time consuming and they have control issues. In many cases, we see that there is a rushed approval process simply because reviewers are focused on volume rather than risk. There just isn't enough time in the day to wade through all of the journal entries. And sign-offs take place after the due date or after the journal entries are posted, which more often than not is going to result in quite a bit of rework. And overall, humans just make mistakes, right? Journal entries can be booked incorrectly. And again, that's going to result in more rework that needs to happen for those journals. It's also tough because you don't have validation rules. And this is another thing that's going to lead to errors getting missed, right, in that approval process. And there's also going to be certain journal entries that aren't as straightforward. There's complex data manipulation and calculations, and this is all just going to introduce unnecessary risk. Audits are also another challenging aspect of journal entries because documentation is going to be hard to find when the audit comes around. You ask yourself, where did I save that file? If you guys printed them out, they're going to be somewhere in a filing cabinet locked away, or you're going to have to dig through the network drive and hopefully find that support and sign off that you were looking for. And inherently, there's going to be version control issues associated with journal entries as well. And, there's certain reasons to change, right? We are constantly being asked to do more with less. And from an accuracy standpoint, BlackLine recently conducted a survey of over 1,300 C-level executives and finance professionals, and 47% of those surveyed expressed concerns about making decisions based on outdated or inaccurate information. And finance and accounting leaders have taken steps to address these challenges, but they've come up short. They've tried to plug the gap with disparate technologies, and that just creates a scattered landscape of systems and tools that you have to interact with, right? Just, again, adding to that complexity. And the processes are typically non-standard. So that could be across teams, across geographies, and non-standard means the review process is going to be disparate as well. And journal entries remain a month-end close activity as opposed to something that's done continuously throughout the period. So what's a different approach here? Reducing manual work, increasing speed and accuracy requires a more holistic approach. And finance and accounting leaders need to replace manual journal entries with specific targeted automation, and they also need to centralize this information for easy access to audit supporting documentation. And we also want to future-proof your process with a closed-loop process that can work with any ERP, not just the ERP that you have today, but the future ERP that you might move to, upgrade, or even inherit as a part of M&A activity. And let's think about the perfect world scenario. And in this case, that's going to be BlackLine's journal entry solution. This is something that is integrated with our other financial close solutions, allowing for a true end-to-end process as far as automation goes. And BlackLine has helped thousands of our customers modernize their financial close process. In fact, we have certain customers that have increased efficiency so much that they have automated 97% of their journal entries. We've even seen 50% less time spent on manual work. And layered on top of all of that is the visibility into these different processes and journal entries that leadership desperately needs. So BlackLine's journal entry solution is comprehensive in that it integrates with your ERPs and your other BlackLine financial close solutions. And we're going to centralize the automation, creation, review, and posting of journal entries. So when next month end comes around, think about what you would do if you could spend less time on manual journal entries and repetitive tasks and more time on value-added activities for your organization. we also want to provide complete and accurate actuals to our decision makers faster. Now, if you like this video, please feel free to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, or add a comment if you want to talk about different topics you'd like us to cover in a future video. Thank you.